Hi there, it's Anna Mareike Gerritsen, but call me AMG, and welcome to episode 12 of the Endometriosis Nutritionist TV. In today's episode, I want to talk about something that always makes me laugh a little bit when my clients start a program with me, because it's such a common statement, and I understand where it's coming from, and I agree with it to a certain point, but at the same time, if that statement that they make was true, then they wouldn't be looking to improve their health. So that statement is, and it's sometimes made quite clearly, and sometimes sort of, thrown into somewhere in the middle of a conversation when we first meet in our first consultation. And that statement is, in many variations, I already eat quite healthy. I don't know, for some I think it is because they just want me to not judge, which I don't. Food is food, and I don't have any opinions about what you eat. What they try to say is, I don't think you can do anything to my diet that will make me feel better. So there's a bit of skepticism in there, I think, but also wanting to probably have acknowledged the fact that they've already tried very hard to get healthier so that their endometriosis symptoms will reduce. So in this episode, I want to have a look at that, but sort of unpack that statement and talk about why that statement may be logical and it may be what you've been trying to do, but why the actual action of it, the healthy eating, is actually not healthy, not for you. All right, so when we talk about healthy eating, and when, let's say you go out there and you go, okay, I need to be in the best of health, I'm going to get out there and I look for all these tips and advice about healthy eating. There's a few things that you come across that even just general, like government guidelines about healthy eating. There's pyramids and there's circles and there is boxes and there's all sorts of ways that they represent the different categories and how much of each you should be eating. But there are some principles underlying that you need to know about. And that the biggest principle is that general healthy eating guidelines have been developed for generally healthy people. People who don't have chronic disease, people who don't have serious symptoms that really affect their day-to-day living. Now, I don't think you fall into that category. I think you have serious symptoms that affect your life, that potentially dictate your life, that make a normal life virtually impossible. So you're not a healthy person. You have a disease, and as soon as you have a chronic disease, it's not something like type 2 diabetes, for example, which is not a chronic disease, but it can be cured with diet. Now, we can't cure your endometriosis with diet, but we can definitely make it lots better. And we know that there's a lot of foods that make you worse, that make your chronic endometriosis worse. Food that will actually cause your body to become this beautiful environment where endometrial tissue can grow and flourish and where your endometriosis can progress. So when you say, I already eat a healthy diet, or I've already tried healthy eating, I'm sure that you did. I'm sure that you looked at the general healthy eating guidelines. You may have even gone paleo, you may have gone keto, you may have gone all sorts of types of healthy diets presented as healthy diets and not seen a predictable improvement. You may have seen a little bit of an improvement, you may have seen big improvements and then falling back again. So what you need is a healthy eating approach that is specifically designed for endometriosis, with all the complexities that endometriosis brings. So that's why our healthy eating, there's no such thing, right? There's only healthy eating for you personally, for your unique situation. And of course, I find it even more complicated with most of my clients, because I have yet to come across a client who only had one problem, health problem, endometriosis, nothing else. I've had clients with thyroid issues, I've had clients with asthma, I have had clients with dermatitis, I've had a variety of with multiple sclerosis. Usually there are other health issues involved. IBS, I'm just trying to think what other health issues women with endometriosis tend to have. And there's research has shown that there's a real clear connection between chronic autoimmune diseases and endometriosis. Endometriosis is not an autoimmune disease officially. I think some of us are referring to it as an autoimmune-like disease, but there is very often there are things that other health concerns that women have. So a healthy diet is one, when you have endometriosis and potentially other health concerns, is one that really looks at your particular health picture. And it's very hard to find all that by Googling, by going online and finding what people are saying about healthy eating. Even diets like paleo, which leave out a number of the foods that you should leave out when you have endometriosis, they still have foods in there that could potentially make your endometriosis worse. And it's not until we actually work through that and work out what it is you are exactly reacting to, that we can find a way to get you to eat healthy for you. So I thought I had to address that for a moment, because it is such a common frustration, I reckon, and misconception that, as long as I eat healthy according to whatever guidelines I follow, I should feel better. And I'm not surprised when you don't. So that's it for today. A healthy diet for you, a general healthy diet, is not making you healthy. In fact, in a lot of ways, it will make your endometriosis symptoms worse. So there you go. That was episode 12. I'm Anna Marika Gerritsen, but call me AMG, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now.